Alright, me again. Yay! Except it's a little windy. And it rained pretty good last night. Power went out and all that kind of crap. Anyway, who cares? Doesn't matter. Subject. Well, that's a little awkward. I don't know where. My brain is kind of... I made the mistake of watching an Amazing Atheist video and I probably should save it for the what the fuck. But anyway, it's probably worth commenting briefly on. Yeah, he's having this little argument with Paul's ego. And it's all this noise, all this huff and puff about a stupid little fucking the difference between being quite sick of show trials and all this distracting nonsense that the media pays attention to, like the example of the OJ trial, or this little girl in Florida, and and the big picture is completely lost. It's like all the things we should be worrying about are gone. They just don't exist. It's like a few thousand people die in 9/11, and we spend $2 trillion, building them graves. Really insane. So myopic. And that's really the core of the argument here. Paul's just making the point, I'm so sick of this crap. Why are we paying attention to these individual cases that just illustrate how corrupt our judicial system is anyway? Because this woman was acquitted when they selected her moronic, idiotic, fucktarded, stupid jury. Just like in the OJ trial and that other actor guy. I mean, all these celebrity trials. These juries are morons. They're liars and morons. It's the only way you can get on these juries. You have to say, I've never read a newspaper. I never listened to the news. I never heard of these people. You have to lie through your teeth, basically, to get on the jury. So, yes, liars will acquit murderers. Yeah, there's probably a high correlation between liars and acquitters of murderers. So anyway, this doesn't matter. But yeah, all this, 30-minute video crap over one tiny little issue that's just all lost. And the Amazing Atheist is so obnoxious. Yeah, I don't make response videos because, they don't go anywhere. No, they don't go anywhere you like. That's the problem. You'll lose if you actually get into an argument with somebody where you have to take it to the end. You actually have to finish it. Because your philosophy is absolute crap. Juvenile. Freddy Krueger. Insipid. And if anybody actually did have a chance to challenge you on your big fat uselessness, you'd have to concede that you're just a cartoon character on the internet. That's all you are. You're SpongeBob. You're purely entertainment. Whatever intellect you have, you've sold it out to your debauchery and your little penis. You're just a useless, fat, smelly pile of shit. There. So anyway, enough said there. Pretending. Yeah, pretending to be everything to all men. I can be a disgusting, horrid, slavering, pigosaurus, or I can put on my pretentious intellectual face and talk about movies and books and culture and civilization. Yeah, you're a man for all seasons, except it's the equator and you're a fucking mosquito larvae, a big fat mosquito larvae. But whatever. Enough of that. So then Piero made a video, so I guess I will respond to it. It's 17 minutes of pretty much nothing. He did another one with his wife, which was sort of interesting. Nice to see her and such, but pretty content thin. So anyway, he did this 17-minute video. I ended up talking about physics a lot, which I'm really not in the mood for right at the moment. Brain is on other subjects. But still in this context that there's something, that there's something about the matter itself that means something, and it doesn't. Who cares whether light's a wave, a particle, a flonicle, a donicle, a blonicle, a zonicle? Yeah, zonicle. Who cares? Maybe everything's a zonicle. Who the fuck cares? What does that have to do with a reproducing cell 4 billion years ago? What does it have to do with 4 billion years of evolution? Where survival of the fittest was defined by survival of the most malicious, aggressive, nasty-ass motherfucker, or survival of the strongest gang, the one with the strongest, biggest Bible to smash all the heathens with. That's what evolution has meant, and that's sort of what it means now. You know, the way even the culture is smashed by pop culture. The lowest common denominator, the mean IQ, just bashes the hell out of anything better than itself. You know, any kind of better idea just drowns in its little yellow bus, poopy pants, its underoos, whatever. Those childlike morons run the world. So, I'm probably going somewhere with this. I'll have to think about it. So anyway, yeah, this whole vocabulary thing again in words. So we talk about a base camp, and then he talks about how you go in different directions from the base camp and all this. No, that's the whole point. Is that the whole point of the base camp analogy is that it confines movement, that it establishes where it's reasonable to go, and what kind of rules you have to obey, and you know, that foundation has to be respected. You have to travel upwards from that direction, not anywheres, not sideways, not down. You know, you can't go down and then back up again, or however the metaphor would be. That just breaks the principle. So it's establishing some premises from which you can start doing your logic. And so there's no established premises if we're going to talk about what eggs want to do, what sperm intend to do, or what DNA molecules intend, or what nature intends. That's a conversation for some other kind of imbecile, but I'm not playing that. If you can't get on board that there's no fucking God, it's just a physical universe that's created this eccentric and, by any kind of rational evaluation, at minimum, bizarrely eccentric, and perhaps totally useless animated matter that's just chasing bullshit, complete figments of its imagination. That's a premise we have to work from. If you're going to do your la-la unicorn bullshit, that Gaia's on some sort of mission, that we're accomplishing something, that we're going somewhere, the golden palace of hedonistic, penis fights. What the fuck are you going to do? What's your utopia, Pyro? I'm sure it's written like a soap opera, and you win, right? I mean, it's just this silly, idiotic, insane fixing of the non-broken. All we do is, that's all we are. We're just a fat pig that shows up, sits on it, breaks it, and then calls itself a genius because, yeah, it took some Elmer's glue and some feathers and made a repair. A shitty, mediocre, incomplete repair. So anyway, the point I really wanted to get to was language. Because again, that was sort of brought up. And how we split these hairs. Well, I didn't say free will. I said we will. And freedom's a good word. Well, okay, it's bullshit, but we need it. No, if we're going to go anywhere, we're going to undo it. Because it's a lie. So we got to, instead of viva la revolution, it has to be, viva la unimposition. Let's get rid of the imposition. Let's understand that all the restrictions, all the limitations are a product of all this imposition, of all this reckless behavior, of all this sloppy assholery, all this forced investment in shit, all of this this lack of that word humility. And like I said, we can see it in what's happened to public policy. The majority thinks the minority exists to serve them. Because they want to have kids, they say they can pick the single person's pocket and to subsidize their reproductive choice. Why should that be a possibility? We'll go with the cigarette tax. again, this majority doesn't need something, so it will tax whatever it doesn't need. Most people don't need an abortion, so they say, no, you shouldn't have an abortion. I mean, it's this game being played by people that have no humility. They have no respect for what they're taking from someone else. None. They don't defend any of it. The rational taker's argument. I defend taking from the rich because I argue that what they've taken was wrong, that they got it. It's ill-gotten gains. I'm saying, I'm saying that it's a crime-fighting adventure to extract back what the workers have earned through this illegitimate, unethical taking. And so people should have to defend it. If they're going to fuck with other people, they're going to fuck the game, or they're going to say the game's worth playing, they ought to have to be able to defend that. And so your defense is egg cells shouldn't be allowed to die. What a horror. Even that whole phrase, that whole imagery, like we should all weep for the egg cells that are going to die. Oh, they're going to die. So again, we have another word in our vocabulary that implies something. Again, that says something that isn't true. We have this association because of our own lives between death and suffering. It's wrong. It's inaccurate. The discontinuation, the ceasing of your existence happens every night when you go to sleep. Yet there is no tragedy. There are no tears. The universe does not weep for those 6 or 10 hours. It doesn't miss you, asshole. And if we extended that for 10 million years, it still wouldn't miss you. So your non-existence doesn't mean much. But you having to consciously experience the destruction of your physical form, your arrangement, that may cause you sentient discomfort and displeasure and harm and unpleasantness, and that is respectable. So here we've taken a word like die, we've mixed it with two things, suffering and the ceasing of existence, and the two things aren't related in any direct way. It's even three things: the grief of loss, which is just the grief of attachment, which is real, but again, that attachment should have never existed in the first place, and there'd be no grief. You certainly can't grieve for the thing that doesn't exist, and you certainly can't grieve for the thing you never knew, or you never met, or you never became dependent upon. So that's all bullshit. None of that has to be. That's all a mess of our creation. So anyway, yeah, this language thing though is going to be, I think, an important subject. Sorry, trying to adjust to the wind. Because really, words are just so terrible. They really just aren't adequate. Yeah. I mean, so there's got to be more careful language. Somehow we have to try to inspire that, or force that, or create that, or do something about that. Got to say me brain instead of I. That kind of shit's got to keep happening. Avoid words like random and spontaneous. Other bullshit words. Anyway, I wanted to make one more point. Something about, oh yeah, another one of those rationalizations. So, both Pyro and Fred are basically running from the idea that they understand now better what the right thing to do is. So they're both still justifying and defending childbirth. Pyro just says, okay, yeah, my reasons were silly and stupid, but it worked out. So yeah, maybe it'll work out for you. So you might as well just be advocating it. You might as well be handing a cigarette to a kid. You're not showing any wisdom or perspective or better knowledge. You're just defending what you did when you were a kid, or a less enlightened individual. And so what the hell fucking good is that? You're just pretending like, well, look, it worked out okay anyway. Yeah, it was a mistake. It was wrong. But look, it worked out okay. So, yeah, go ahead and do it. I mean, what the fuck is that shit? How can I find that anything else but obnoxious? You might as well be the amazing atheist talking about rape or something. Yeah, most of the time it won't, she'll like it. So go ahead. Have a good time. Women just get way over pissy about that. It's all just psychology. Yeah. I mean, that's probably not a fair argument, but whatever. He deserves an unfair paraphrase, as he does it to others enough. Anyway. Yeah, so it's just, like I said, what do you want me to say? Yeah, we're going to be on different sides of the Mason-Dixon line here. You're fighting for something I'm fighting against. And I'm fighting against it not as a minor issue. It is the issue. There's nothing more important than getting people to be a little more fucking careful about this whole idea that they have a right to create human beings. So really, fuck you and your toxic, silly, reckless, silly person, goofball, life is just a fucking game, just a fucking ride, bullshit. I find it offensive because of its lack of intellectual dishonesty. I find it offensive because it's fucking on its face, intellectually barren, retarded, nonsensical, justified by nothing. Just this glorification of your self-interest. I'm a selfish asshole. I will be a selfish asshole. I won't moderate this behavior at all. Why? Oh, because I have to rationalize me. I guess that's it. So fuck you. I hate you. I do. The end of the video, I think. I don't know how the pool's doing. I'll take a look together. See if it's getting better. I've been filtering with paper towels in the filter. So hopefully it's clear. Oh yeah, we can see the drain down there. It's getting better. One more day. Be back to her old self. Yeah, it's all that damn pollen. See the Cheshire is right over those trees. And it blows right over here and fills the pool full of shit. Damn it.